This first treasure, the tourmaline Rui scepter, comes from the Imperial family of Da Shuo. It employs the core technique of drawn wire filigree carving. The dragon scales on it are all depicted using micro-carving techniques. With every detail of the whiskers and hair visible, it can be called a priceless heirloom masterpiece.
This technique of drawn wire filigree carving, without using instruments, is extremely difficult for ordinary people to distinguish. I didn't expect the young master of the Qin family to recognize it instantly.
A genius is indeed a genius.
This, in the entire Jiangkang, no, even in the entire antique world, is rarely seen.
Well said. Then this second item, the dragon pattern gold cup. Where does it originate from? And what kind of craftsmanship and techniques does it employ? Chinyan, you tell us.
This little brat. I never let him learn about antiques since he was young. He definitely won't be able to answer.
I didn't expect this dragon pattern gold cup to appear here. What a coincidence.
Xiaoyan has only just started learning about these things. This is too difficult for him.
If you don't recognize it, hurry up and come down. Don't waste time standing there. This kid spends every day at home, trying to please the old master. How come when he gets to a formal occasion, he suddenly stops talking?
Dad, today all the various wealthy and influential families in Jiangkang are present. Xiaoyan is just a child after all. If he can't answer, just let him step down. Don't let us needlessly lose the Qin family's reputation.
Sure enough, I still had too high expectations for him. Chinyan, if you cannot answer, then step down.
Who says I don't know about this dragon pattern gold cup? It comes from the Li dynasty and is crafted entirely from pure gold. It not only utilized the 9-turn alchemy technique for purification, but also the drawn silk gold tracing technique. The bottom of the cup is also engraved with a pattern of fire patterned auspicious brocade.
At such a young age, he can actually describe the origin of the dragon pattern gold cup so clearly.
This is simply more impressive than the previous. Young Master Ziyu!
Well said. Truly worthy of being the eldest grandson of my Qin family.
You are talking nonsense. The bottom of this dragon pattern gold cup has no pattern whatsoever. The craftsmanship of the dragon pattern gold cup is intricate. The base is extremely thin. It is fundamentally impossible to engrave a pattern on it. Look, everyone.
There really isn't one. I have long heard that this dragon pattern gold cup is definitely not an ordinary earthly object. The general who stabilized the nation repeatedly summoned craftsmen, but even tracing the pattern failed.
But this young master Chinyan speaks with such conviction.
The film was
It doesn't sound like
and narrated
he's just
by
talking
Media.
nonsense.
You wouldn't know this, would you? This Chinyan, in the Qin family, is completely out of favor. His knowledge is far inferior to his younger brothers.
He wasn't wrong. The bottom of this dragon patterned gold cup indeed has the fire patterned auspicious brocade carved on it.
How is that possible? I clearly memorized. All the documents clearly state that the bottom of the dragon pattern gold cup is smooth, without any markings.
The Feng family, in order to prevent counterfeits from appearing, has thus never revealed the details of a pattern on the bottom to the public. But little friend, how did you know?
I was the one who used the Samadhi true fire to carve this pattern onto it. How could I not know?
This gold cup of mine is extremely precious. What are you drawing on it now?
Immortal Lord, why are you so stingy? Let me play with it.
You must not. My little ancestor. The ground below leads to the mortal world. If it falls here, it won't be found again. My cup.
I read extensively in books, and just happen to see it occasionally.
Not bad. True mastery is revealed in the subtle details. You possess quite the demeanor I had back then.
Since that is the case, two young masters, why don't you talk about the origin and technique of my Myriad Gods Ode painting? Let's compare whose antique knowledge is superior. This Myriad Gods Ode painting was created by the Dongfang family's first patriarch, It is regarded as a treasure by my Dongfang family and has been preserved for 1,000 years until today.
This is a masterpiece of the ages, a priceless treasure.
Yes,
The film was
indeed.
translated
I never
and
expected the
narrated
Dongfang
by
family,
Myriad.
who's always refused to let it see the light of day, would be willing to bring it out today, to let us feast our eyes upon it. We are truly fortunate. If anyone can describe the materials and techniques used in this painting, then that person wins this round.
What's so difficult about that? The entire scroll uses lapis lazuli, malachite, and 28 other kinds of precious stones as pigments. It employs the lost technique of 9 dyes and 18 shades, a core technique. No one in the world can replicate it.
Well said. Why are you not saying anything? If you don't understand, you don't understand. You've been exposed now, haven't you?
Xiaoyan. You are usually playful. And not skilled in this area. If you don't know the answer, just say so early on. No one will blame you. You might have been lucky just now. But this one, you absolutely cannot guess correctly.
Your use of a fake painting to deceive everyone is what truly wastes time.
What do you mean by that?
Can't you understand? I'm saying this painting of yours is fake.
The Dongfang family hates counterfeits the most. How could they possibly exhibit a fake?
This kid is too audacious. It seems the Chin family is going to offend someone today. Little friend, you don't understand. You may, but you must not lie. My Dongfang family is a prestigious clan of 1,000 years. This painting belongs to my Dongfang family. A generational treasure. How could it be fake?
So what if you are a prestigious clan? This young master says it's fake. Then it is fake.
I previously overlooked it because of your young age, and chose not to argue with you. I didn't expect you to, however, lie repeatedly again and again. This is simply an insult to the reputation of my Dongfang family. You have no evidence, yet you claim that painting is fake. Chinyan, why don't you quickly apologize to the head?
The
A
film was
mirage shift,
translated
concealing
and
truth within
narrated
falsehood.
by Media.
Mortal eyes cannot discern the subtle differences. Amidst the clamor of voices, one tends to trust their ears. Rely on the heart when the solitary light is dim.
What does that mean?
It's too profound, I don't understand. If you don't understand, you don't understand. Why bother making up ancient poetry? Chinyan, you are deliberately being mysterious.
I see you don't even want to pretend anymore. Just a few random lines of ancient poetry to fool us. Quickly apologize to the head.
Kneel down and apologize.
Hurry up and apologize.
That child, quickly kneel down and apologize.
That child, quickly kneel down and apologize. My Dongfang family is a prestigious clan, yet today we are insulted by an 8-year-old child in such a manner. It seems that from now on, the Chin family and my Dongfang family should cease all contact.
Chinyan, do not be rude. You must have evidence when speaking or acting. You cannot slander others arbitrarily. Miss Dongfang, I trouble you to give him one more chance. I believe he will explain the reason clearly.
Dad, it's absolutely impossible for the Dongfang family to have a fake item. His actions will only ruin the reputation of our kin family.
Yes, he just pretends to understand what he doesn't. It's still our Z who is the best. Full of knowledge and truly useful. Master, please stop. Wasting time. Quickly announce that Ziyu has won this competition. And then let this embarrassing spectacle of a thing hurry back and face the wall in contemplation.
I previously thought this. Young Master Qin was an antique genius. Turns out he's just a silk-covered pillow.
What antique family? In my opinion, they are nothing special.
Esteemed guests, please allow me to say a word. Chinyan must have his reasons for doing this. Please give him a chance to explain.
Fine. I'd like to see what reason he has. If he cannot explain it, then he must immediately kneel down and apologize to my Dongfang family right here.
With an IQ like yours, how? Are you the head?
You!
A mere child spouting nonsense. I, as a Dongfang family's 74th generation successor, guarantee that this painting is absolutely not fake.
This is the Dongfang family patriarch, Dongfang Huaijin.
Grandpa, why have you come?
If I didn't come now, the reputation of our Dongfang family would be ruined. Since I succeeded as clan head, I have been the sole custodian of this painting, never entrusting it to others. I didn't expect the Qin family to be so, teaching their children to spout nonsense.
These people from the Dongfang family, why are they all the same?
If Chinyan has nothing to say, then admit your mistake, and take responsibility for your words and actions.
Quickly kneel down and apologize to the Dongfang clan head.
Quickly kneel down and apologize.
Apologize quickly.
Mist locks 1,000 peaks, spying on the vastness of the mountains. Clouds bury a single path, realizing heaven and earth. Do you know what this line of poetry means?
This phrase is indeed on the painting. It was personally written by the ancestor. What does that have to do with you?
This is the consequence of not studying properly. The meaning of this line of poetry is that it appears to be real, but is actually fake. Ostensibly, this piece is merely serving as a fake painting used as a distraction, and the real Myriad God's Ode painting is hidden beneath this painting.
What?
If you believe me, peel off the surface fake painting, and you will see the real Myriad God's Ode painting.
What? He actually wants to peel off this painting?
He's going to utterly destroy this Myriad God's Ode painting. You ignorant brat. How dare you try to destroy our Dongfang family's heirloom treasure?
The film was translated
King
and
Dushan,
narrated by Media.
you first allowed your grandson to insult my Dongfang family, and now he intends to destroy this painting. From now on, our two families will be irreconcilable enemies.
Chinyan, why don't you quickly kneel down and apologize?
Are you deaf? If you don't kneel down and apologize now, do you want our entire family to suffer misfortune along with you?
Chinyan, you unfilial son, kneel down and apologize right now.
I am not wrong. Why should I kneel? My eyes surpass everything in this world. If I say it's fake, then it's fake.
I guarantee it with my life. What Xiao Yan said is absolutely true.
You bumpkin. What good is believing him? If our Qin family's business is implicated, you and that Chinyan won't be able to compensate even if you die.
Since you don't believe me, your young master, will personally tear it open for you to see.
Chinyan, are you crazy? If you do this, you will implicate our entire Qin family.
Stop. I told you to stop.
Dad! Are you really going to? Just watch this rebellious son let our Qin family fall into such a predicament? If we don't immediately apply family law punishment, how will others view you? And how will they view our Qin family? Dad! Please enforce the family law.
Stop. Stop it right now. Stop.
This is bad. The fiery eyes of truth just now exhausted the energy.
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
This is...
Dad, the painting is right underneath.
nonsense. I have been in the antique street for decades. I have never heard of such an unreliable thing.
There really is a painting?
Really? It's the real painting. I remember now.
Myriad God's Ode painting.
Quickly take this Myriad God's Ode painting and leave with Uncle Liu. The horse bandits are coming. They plunder, burn, and kill, committing every atrocity imaginable. This painting must not fall into their hands. Hurry up and leave.
When I was young, I always thought that this painting was different from the Myriad God's Ode painting in my memory. I never expected the truth to be like this. Child, thanks to you, the true treasure of my Dongfang family has been able to see the light of day again. If it weren't for you, our entire Dongfang family would have been kept in the dark. Quick, apologize to young Master Qin.
I misunderstood you just now. I sincerely apologize to you now.
Your face changes so fast. Weren't you just forcing me to kowtow and apologize?
It was still the Dongfang family's thorough planning that allowed the Myriad God's Ode painting to be
The film
preserved
was
for so many
translated
years.
and narrated by Media.
Xian. It turns out, she wasn't as weak and useless as I thought. How could I have been so impulsive as to hit her? This old man, have lived for so many years, but I never thought I would let my own daughter and grandson suffer such great injustice. How can I have the face to face Xian's mother?
Dad, how can you be blamed for this? Ultimately, isn't it all because Chinyan refuses to be disciplined?
Exactly. Who told him to steal my thunder? He deserves it.
Dad! I say, you really are something. So Chinyan answered correctly, so what? Why did you really give that jade shop to him?
Scoundrel. When Ziyan and Xian were being forced to kneel and apologize, not only did you fail to dissuade them, but you even helped outsiders pressure them. That is your own sister and your own son.
They just got lucky. If he'd been wrong, those 2 whips of yours would have saved our entire family.
Yes, Dad. At that time, the Dongfang family head was in a fit of rage. Who knows what he might have done? Besides, I think that little brat, they deliberately framed our family.
That jinx.
The Ziyan and Xian they spoke of were completely different from the ones I saw. Could it be that
The
all
film
these
was
years,
translated and
everything I have
narrated
done
by
has been wrong?
Media.
The Qin family members are so cold-blooded. It's bad enough they don't help each other, but they even kick people when they're down.
Aren't you a member of the Chen family too?
I refuse to share a surname with them. If this young lord hadn't been punished, I would still be a carefree little immortal.
Although I took a few lashes this time. At least you are fine. And the Chen family saved its reputation.
That whipping came at a truly opportune moment. Clearly, by exposing the fake painting, it would have proven what I said was true. Yet, someone deliberately stopped it. I looked at that whip. Qin Yuanzhou had planned it long ago.
No matter what, Yuanzhou is still my younger brother. He probably wouldn't do that, right?
Wouldn't. Have you forgotten? Grandpa sent you good clothes, but your stepmother tore them to shreds. If this young lord hadn't thought quickly, you wouldn't even have been able to attend the auction. 3 years. You endured this kind of life for 3 years. Are you a teenage mutant ninja turtle?
What Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
The
You
film
should
was
watch fewer
translated
cartoons.
and narrated by Media.
Back then, my mother and I got separated from father. And we had to find food in slop buckets when it was cold. We looked for clothes in the trash cans. Back then, mother was so gravely ill. Until she passed away. She never had a single full meal. And even right before she died, she told me That if one day I could return to the Chin family, I must properly fulfill my filial duty in front of father.
It is all my fault. To think that I allowed the mother and daughter to suffer so much hardship. Chin Yuanzhou. You unfilial son.
Dad, why are you looking for me so late?
You have the nerve to ask. Why, in that kind of setting, did you instigate me to hit your sister, and you prepared the whip beforehand?
Dad, what do you mean by instigate? I was considering the overall situation. That Qin Sheng is just a vulgar bumpkin who can't handle formal occasions. If she made a mistake and angered the Dongfang family, the one implicated would be our entire Qin family.
Scoundrel, what do you mean by bumpkin? That is your older sister. Your biological sister.
What is wrong with the old man today? Why is he suddenly helping that child speak? Dad, isn't it because she hasn't studied for so many years? I spoke carelessly.
Hasn't studied. That is because
The film
she was not found for a long time
translated
and was forced to
narrated
drop
by
out of school to do
Media.
farm work and support the family. Ultimately, this is all my fault.
By doing this,
There is no need to say more. Effective today, I officially dismiss you from the position of CEO of Qin Corporation.
what?
Disrespecting your elder sister, neglecting your children, disregarding the family's reputation. You deserve punishment. Guards, administer the family punishment. Keep hitting him.
This is much more forceful than when I hit you back then.
Yuanzhou has worked diligently for the Qin family for so many years. What right do you have to hit him?
You have the nerve to ask me. This is all because of how you raised this good son. He is morally corrupt, vicious and ruthless.
No!
He even laid hands on his own sister and son. And you. Why did you ruin the clothes sent to Xiangxian?
You know everything? Master, please listen to my explanation. Master,
No need to explain.
Master,
If the upper beam is not straight, the lower ones will be crooked. You caused quite a lot of trouble, making me misunderstand Xiangxian for years, resulting in our father-daughter relationship being estranged until now. Butler,
Yes, master.
help me hit her.
No, don't hit me. No.
This is all because of how you raised this good son.
That butler must work out often, huh? His strength is immense. He's experienced. This Qin Yuanzhou is definitely going to be severely wounded.
Dad, isn't he hitting him too hard?
Why? Are you feeling sorry for him?
He is my younger brother after all.
Have you ever seen a younger brother who abandons his own child and harms his own sister? Then go ahead. Go. Watch how he drives your dear son out of the house.
But then again, this Yuanzhou isn't entirely without fault.
To be honest, aren't you
The film
feeling
was
quite
translated
satisfied?
and narrated by Media.
Dad is hitting him too hard. Look at the state you've been beaten into.
I finally understand now. A mere Qin Sheng is not worth fearing at all. The real threat is that Qin Yan.
If it weren't for that unfilial son deliberately informing on us, Master wouldn't be this angry. Grandson, this is meat. This is not Play-Doh. Then what should we do? Ever since Chinyan acknowledged Chinyan as his mother, our family has never been peaceful.
Whether it was the gown or the Myriad God's Ode painting, if it weren't for Qin Yan, that little rascal, interfering, that child would have been driven out long ago.
Then what should we do? That child is now deeply favored by Dad. We can't send him away anymore.
That little rascal, didn't he used to like you the most? Since that is the case, you, as his biological mother, should go to Qin Sheng and demand him back.
The Qin Family Ancestral Hall.
The memorial tablet of beloved wife Su Jingyi.
Jingyi. It's all my fault for being dim-sighted in my old age, which caused me to neglect our daughter for so many years. But Xian, she never resented me. I am an incompetent father.
Dad,
Xian. You're here.
before your mother passed away, she suffered too much hardship. Now that she is gone, I should at least let her rest easy.
Daughter, I wronged you and your mother.
Dad, it was my own cowardice and incompetence. Don't blame yourself.
No. It's all Dad's fault.
The film
I
was
listened to slanderous talk from others
and narrated by
and misunderstood you
Myriad.
for so long. But don't worry. From now on, as long as you study diligently and manage the company, in the future, our Chin Corporation will be inherited by you.
You want me to manage the company?
Yes. Our Chin family does not adhere to the tradition of passing inheritance only to sons. Moreover, only by doing this, when I pass away, will I have the face to see your mother.
Dad,
It seems mommy's learning progress needs to speed up.
Young master, this is none of my business. It was a notice issued by the old residents. It said that the eldest Mrs. Food and clothing, all expenditures are to be reduced.
You can actually eat this?
I've been like this since I was little. I'm used to it now.
No, what was lost? I must get all of it back for you.
Dad, I'll toast you. Come, eat the food.
The film was translated
Why did I
and
get to eat
narrated
meat
by Myriad.
while we drink porridge? Let's go. Come back to the old mansion with me. This is really delicious.
Are Xiaoyan and Xiang still refusing to come eat?
I invite them repeatedly every time, but the young lady said it was unclean because there were too many people, and used that as a reason not to come. Furthermore, she also demanded that we also stay away from the young master, fearing the spread of germs.
This rebellious girl.
How come I didn't know about this? When did you ever invite us? Grandfather.
Dad,
Didn't the two of you not want to eat with us? Why did you suddenly show up again?
It's not that we didn't want to come. It's that someone didn't want us here.
Why do you say that?
The dignified eldest daughter of the Qin family, yet she eats worse than a servant. While some people eat until they are bloated. Even the dog they raise eats better than us.
The film was translated and
Dad,
narrated
Ziyu is
by
still growing.
Myriad.
It's perfectly normal for him to eat a little more.
That's right, we invited eldest sister. Yes, she looked down on us. And refused to eat at the same table with us.
Grandpa, although mother taught me to be grateful and take things in moderation. But I am currently growing. I can't even get a decent meal. And I was hoping to help Grandpa later, manage the kin family affairs. I'm afraid the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
I didn't expect Xiaoyan, though young, to have such high aspirations. He is already thinking of sharing my burden. I neglected him for too long before. Nonsense. Xiaoyan and Xian are both Qin family blood. Their monthly living expenses exceed 1 million. How can they not even get a full meal?
Perhaps eldest sister's subordinate, Aunt Liu, embezzled all the money. Dad, don't be anxious. I will settle the score with her shortly.
Yes, yes, yes. Dad, it must be Aunt Lu, who stole all the money.
Although Aunt Liu eats better than us, she's exclusively vegetarian dishes. If she embezzled several million, she wouldn't even spare money for a single meat dish. That doesn't seem reasonable, does it?
Xiaoyan has done so much for me. I shouldn't let him bear this alone. Dad, it doesn't matter if I eat less. But Xiaoyan is currently growing. The food we eat has no nutritional value. It's worse than dog food.
Impudence. I said it is imperative to ensure Xian and Xiaoyan's living expenses. If there is a next time, all will be punished according to family law.
Understood, Dad.
Understood, Dad.
Xiaoyan, the Qin family is hosting tonight an evening banquet. At that time, all the influential families in Zhongchen will bring out their family heirlooms, treasures for appraisal. Our Qin family possesses the nation's foremost antique industry. At that time, this segment of physical treasure appraisal, Grandpa will entrust to you.
Don't worry, Grandpa, leave it to me.
Good child. As long as you perform well this time, that jade shop in the east of the city, Grandpa will give it to you.
What? That jade shop in the east of the city? It's worth over 10 billion.
Translated and
Master, you
narrated
absolutely
by
must not.
Myriad.
Such an important shop. How can you hand it over to a mere youngster?
That's right, Dad, neither of them understands business. What if it is ruined in their hands?
Grandpa, although Mother does not understand business, she is also one of your direct heirs. Learning and practicing, as long as one is willing to learn, they will eventually master the way of business and share Grandpa's burden.
Regarding this shop, my mind is made up. As long as Xiaoyan performs well this time, what should be his will be his.
Your grandson will certainly not fail Grandpa's trust.
Xiang will also represent the Qin family and attend the event. I have prepared the clothes. Later, help Mommy choose carefully. We absolutely cannot lose face for our Qin family.
No problem.
Is the master going to announce this woman's identity? We absolutely cannot let her succeed.
What are these?
Here is foreign language management. And also, anyway, everything must be learned.
Everything must be learned.
That's right.
No, no, no. Look at these. I haven't even looked at them before. I beg you. Please spare me. I can't finish learning it. I absolutely can't finish learning it.
You must learn it even if you can't finish. Come on, Mommy. Learning with songs is faster. These few sentences are very simple, aren't they? Have you learned it?
I should. Perhaps, probably, I have.
Mommy, try one. Go on.
That. Mei sang nay. Chattering non-stop. Mumbling gibberish. And also pen. Show it to me one more time. I'll look at it one more time. I definitely can learn it.
At this pace, when will I ever be able to catch up to King Yuanzhou? The slow bird must start early. Memorize hard. I refuse to believe you can't remember it. Hurry up.
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
Stop sleeping, stop sleeping. It's been so long. How many words have you memorized? 200.
2.
2. You.
Zhao Yan. What are you doing? You were so angry. Mommy missed you terribly. Hurry and let Mommy hug you.
You are filled with a certain smell. Called conspiracy.
You? You've been here with your aunt for so long. Did you miss Mommy?
Yes, I missed you.
Really?
I want you too. When will you disappear from my sight?
How can you talk to your mother like that? Mommy also brought you a pile of toys. Come and look. See if there's anything you like.
My mommy didn't say anything. Mommy, did you speak? That's true. Menopause. Memory tends to be worse.
You came today. Is there something you need?
I'm seeing my own son. What does that have to do with you? Move aside.
Zhao Yan is my son. If you want to see him, you must have my permission.
That's not necessarily true. The last time Zhao Yan chose you, it was just a momentary impulse. He, you see, has always listened to me the most. Zhao Yan. This is your favorite toy. Ziyu wanted it. I didn't even give it to him. Before, you see, Mommy neglected you. Spoiled your younger brother too much. But Mommy swears, as long as you come with me, from now on, I will definitely treat you well, okay?
Brother, I'll give you my favorite toy. To you. Please come with us. In the future, anything you like. I won't fight you for it. Your things are all given to me. Then what do I get? You all give it.
Of course. You are my biological son.
Then I want all the shares in King Yuanzu's hands. And then, you too, pack your bags and leave the Qin family. Just so this young master can have you out of sight, out of mind.
What? You unfilial son. How dare you make such an outrageous demand?
The Qin Corporation belongs to my father. Don't even think about getting a single cent.
The film was translated and
You were just there
narrated by
saying,
Media.
Darling, darling, now you've become an unfilial son again.
Xiaoyan. Regarding this matter of the shares, it is indeed a bit difficult, but we can still discuss it, can't we?
Stop being hypocritical with me here. Did you think this young master is like you? Brain dead. And would go back with you? Wouldn't that be asking for trouble? You dare call me mentally deficient? Furthermore, she is my real mother. This place is my true home. Other than here, this young master is not going anywhere else.
You are not welcome here. Please leave immediately.
Fine, fine, fine. You disloyal backstabbing child. Just wait to live idly with that woman, Qin Xiang, waiting around to die. When Yuan Zhou inherits the Qin Corporation, I will throw all of you out.
Can Yuan Zhou inheriting the Qin Corporation? You probably don't know. Grandpa said, my mother is also one of the Qin Corporation's heirs.
What? Impossible. Chinyan doesn't even know how to read a single character. Do you think your grandfather would let her inherit the Qin Corporation?
Who said my mother is illiterate? My mother. She can memorize an entire dictionary in 1 day. In 3 days, master a foreign language. And in 1 week, memorize all corporate management courses. Can you do that?
Fine. I'd like to see how that woman Chinyan manages to seize the Qin Corporation's inheritance rights. Let's go.
Zhaoyan. Now, you've really exaggerated your claims. If you can't deliver when the time comes, just wait to be laughed at.
Don't be afraid. I have a plan.
Regarding the removal of Yuanja as Chief Executive Officer, everyone, how have you considered it?
Well, young CEO Qin's words were merely a little impulsive. Giving him a lesson should suffice. There's no need to directly dismiss him, is there?
Yes, he is your only heir. In the future, the entire Qin Corporation, won't it eventually be his?
Only him as an heir. Everyone, don't forget, I, Qin Gushan, also have a daughter.
What use is a daughter? Among the prominent families in Jiangkang, which one passes the family business down to a daughter?
The next head of the Dongfang family
The film was translated
is their eldest daughter,
and narrated by M.
Dongfang Yue.
That Dongfang girl could read at 3, wrote poetry at 5, and before she was 20, she followed the Dongfang family head, making decisive moves in the antiques world. How can the eldest miss compare?
When the eldest miss was 20, she was still feeding pigs in the countryside.
If you truly pass the Qin Corporation to her, then I believe the Qin family will sooner or later be ruined by her.
Pedantic. You are simply a bunch of pedantic fools.
Qin Gushan.
That's right.
Just slap me to death then. You want me to go and study with your grandfather.
You are his daughter. A daughter inheriting her father's legacy. Him teaching you. Isn't that only natural?
Let's forget about it. My relationship with him is distant. If I rashly go to him, he definitely won't agree. Besides, I'm so stupid. What if I don't learn well? Wouldn't I just anger him for nothing?
You haven't even asked me. How do you know I won't agree?
Dad, why are you here?
Since you never take the initiative to visit me, this old man had to come over myself. As expected of my daughter, Qin Gushan's daughter, truly diligent and ambitious. This book is quite difficult to understand. Do you need me to explain it to you?
Absolutely super. Incredibly necessary.
Since Cine has already spoken,
The
then
film was
fine.
translated and narrated by M. Media.
Dad, I can study by myself.
All right. Since there is no need, this old man won't stay here and be a nuisance. I'm leaving now. I'm really leaving now, okay? Zian. Grandpa forgot to ask you, did you eat breakfast today?
Grandpa, look at the clock. It's already 6 o'clock in the afternoon now. It's time for dinner.
Right. It's time for dinner, isn't it? You say this air conditioner heating. Is it broken? It's freezing me, making my whole body shiver.
Look. Right now outside is around 40 or 50 degrees. And now we have the cooling turned on.
So it was set to cooling. Look at Grandpa's mind. I'm getting senile.
Grandpa, stop knocking. Mommy, just give Grandpa some face. Otherwise, Grandpa's cane will be on our floor, poking a hole.
Dad, are you willing to teach me?
I am willing. I am willing to take everything I know and teach it all to you, sparing nothing.
Restoring the father-daughter relationship relies entirely on me. This young master, day after day, is too busy.
Regarding the restoration of cultural relics, it emphasizes two things: restoring the old to look old and minimal intervention. Not only must we restore the stability of the relic and its aesthetic integrity, but at the same time, we must also preserve, as much as possible, its historical information. Do you understand?
The film
Our Chin
was
family
translated and
is a family of
narrated
antique
by
dealers.
Myriad.
What we do is the business of restoring and trading antiques. Therefore, you must, within 3 months, completely master all knowledge of cultural relics, as well as the way of business management. Only then will you be qualified to inherit the Chin family business.
3 months. Then, I definitely won't be able to learn it.
You haven't even started learning. How can you say you won't be able to learn it?
I was in the countryside and didn't get much education. After returning to the Chen family, you have never paid attention to me. 3 months is too difficult for me.
No matter how difficult it is, you must do it. I have now removed Yuan Zhou from the position of CEO. From now on, the two of you, the most capable, will take the position.
The position of CEO of the Chen family will always belong to Yuan Zhou. I won't compete with him for it. After all, he is the one you carefully groomed as the heir. Every time I have friction with him, you treat me like you did at the antique convention. Mildly, you scold me. Severely, you hit and curse me.
You are blaming me.
How did the conversation suddenly break down?
Wait, no.
I'm so hungry, Mommy. I want to eat the noodles you cooked. My stomach hurts. Grandpa, don't rush things. You want my mommy to study? I have a solution.
What?
Grandpa, I am also a member of the Qin family. Business management and antique artifacts. I want to learn them too. But my mommy, with her small amount of knowledge, can't teach me anything. Why don't you just hire a teacher for me? I want the most beautiful,
The film was translated
gentlest
and
kind.
narrated by Media.
All right. Hire a teacher. Is that right? No problem. Grandpa. We'll hire you one. Extremely knowledgeable. Highly learned. A teacher who is both beautiful and spirited. How about that?
A teacher who is both smart and good looking. Zhao Yin loves that the most. Looking at it this way, when we changed mothers back then, we didn't consider things thoroughly enough.
Then, how can you say that?
The new teacher is so good looking. Why don't you let her be my mother instead?
What? Does Zhao Yan no longer want me as his mother? Absolutely not. Being an heir doesn't matter. I just want to always be Zhao Yan's mother. Zhao Yan, this is your favorite chicken noodle soup. Mommy even added an egg for you.
I don't have an appetite. I wonder how skilled the new teacher is. Since the new teacher is so smart, her cooking must be delicious, right?
Well, since you don't agree, then I won't force it anymore. However, my dear grandson wants to study and needs a teacher. I will just have to seek out another expert.
It seems I still hurt Xiao Yan's feelings. I'll open it.
So reverse psychology, is this effective? Now the competition is starting to heat up.
This outfit of mine, isn't it good looking?
It's alright. Definitely compared to our new teacher, it falls a bit short. Go open the door.
The film was translated and narrated
Teacher,
by
you're finally
Myriad.
here. I've been waiting for you until the flowers withered.
This is...
Teacher, I can't wait. Let's start quickly.
These are all our ceramics from the Southern Song Dynasty. Look at these two. What is the difference between them? The first step in bronze restoration is to use a high-resolution camera to photograph from multiple angles, documenting corrosion, deformation, deficiencies, and other conditions. So what is the significance of us doing this step?
Because we must follow the principle of restoring the old as it was, and the principle of minimal intervention, to preserve the original form of the cultural relic.
That is very correct. Then the second step. What should we do?
We need to use fluorescence spectroscopy to analyze the alloy composition. Then we conduct sampling analysis to observe the microscopic morphology of the corrosion. Immediately following that,
Stop! 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 Who exactly is teaching this lesson?
Of course, I'm the one who wants to learn. Isn't that why we hired a teacher? Because no one was teaching. Mommy, since you don't know how, just let the teacher teach me properly. Stop interrupting me all the time.
this cannot continue. What if Zhao Yan really wants to change mothers? I need to go see Dad.
Don't tell me my grandson's move is actually effective. Enter.
Dad,
Coming to the company to find me in such a hurry. Is there something important?
Dad. Whether
The film
it's
was
business knowledge or
translated
antique
and
knowledge,
narrated by
I will
Myriad.
study hard. If Zhao Yan wants to learn, I can teach him too. It's just that.
Just what?
I just hope that you can quickly remove the new teacher you hired. I will study hard and teach Zhao Yan myself.
I didn't expect this method to be so effective. It quickly ignited Xian's fighting spirit.
Dad, I recently acquired a Rui scepter from the Li dynasty, and I specifically came to present it to you. Look. This position of CEO. Could it possibly? Why are you here?
You came at the perfect time. Now, I happen to have an important matter that I need to discuss with both of you. Our Chin family has never adhered to the tradition of passing inheritance only to sons, not daughters. The capable rise to power. Whoever is the most capable will be the next successor. Of course. Before that, there is one prerequisite, which is that this successor must obtain Ziyan's approval.
Zhao Yan's approval. Sis, then I advise you to give up. There is a saying that goes well. Blood is thicker than water. I am Zhao Yan's biological father. The person he approves of the most must be me.
Currently, I am Zhao Yan's only mother.
You. All right. The position of successor cannot be obtained so easily. Before that, there is one more crucial thing. Look, This is a first-class cultural relic of Eastern nation, the wide-sleeve luminous glazed cup. It is a royal treasure,
Was translated and
left behind by the
narrated
royal
by
family of the two
Media.
dynasties. It is a pity, however, that during the war, it was damaged, although incomplete. Its value is still immeasurable. This is the requirement assigned to our Cine Corporation. Now, I will assign it to you all. If anyone can restore it to its original condition, then Zian and the entire Cine Corporation will belong to that person.
Restoring antiques? This bumpkin barely knows how to read. The old man doing this. Isn't he clearly giving me an easy pass?
Dad, why are you using Xiao Yan's custody rights as a bargaining chip by doing this? Did you ask him?
This matter, Zian and I discussed it.
He agreed.
That is natural. He said he is a member of the Chin family, and our Chin family is prominent in the antiques industry, dominating the scene. Therefore, he definitely needs to find a true successor to learn knowledge from him. Only then, in the future, will he be able to carry on the legacy.
Xiao Yan is right. Some people lack ability and lack ambition, yet still want to steal someone else's son. Truly wishful thinking. I think that little brat just regrets having a woman like you as his mother. I heard he asked Dad to find him a new teacher, right? I think changing teachers is just an excuse.
The film was
What he truly
translated
wants
and narrated
is
by
to have you,
Media.
this woman, replaced.
Don't worry. I absolutely will not let such a thing happen.
I think changing teachers is just an excuse. What he truly wants is to have you, this woman, replaced.
Does Xiao Yan truly not want me to be his mother anymore? Your grandfather said, whoever can inherit the Chin Corporation will gain your custody rights. This matter, did you know about it?
Yes, I knew. I even proactively suggested it to Grandpa.
So, you genuinely don't want me to be your mother anymore?
Since the day I requested a change of mother, you have been my only mother. But not the current you.
Not the current me.
What? Only by obtaining the right to inherit the Chin Corporation can you regain your custody rights.
Of course. My mother is used to enduring hardship without complaint. I can't do it without taking drastic measures.
The film was translated and
Like this.
narrated by Media.
Will it work?
Don't worry, Grandpa. In my mother's heart, I am more important than anything.
I knew it. You didn't truly want to abandon me.
Of course. I only recognize you as my mother. Doing all this was just intentional. Just to provoke you, to give you fighting spirit, to compete with Qin Yuanzhou for control of the Qin Corporation, that's all.
Actually, I'm not interested in the Chin Corporation. In my heart, you are the most important treasure.
Not being interested in the Qin Corporation won't do. I am a boy who admires strength and power. Once Qin Yuanzhou takes power, our good days will come to an end. You wouldn't bear to see me wandering the streets, right?
Mommy won't let you wander the streets. You are my most beloved treasure.
Since I am so important in your heart, then 3 months. Can you finish learning all of this? If you can't finish learning it, I might have to hire teacher Zhao Jing again.
Yes, I can. I definitely can. I will learn all the knowledge here, completely. I don't just want to win your custody. I want the Chin Corporation too.
You really have a way. In less than 2 months, Xiang's understanding of antique restoration techniques
The
is
film
already
was
fluent.
translated and
She is
narrated by
Chinyan's mother.
Media.
Of course, she has potential.
Well, since that's the case, the teacher instructing you doesn't need to stay anymore. I'll have her leave tomorrow directly.
We hired her. Don't waste it. Let him go teach Kinziu, that ignorant little fatty.
Ziyu has been immersed in antique knowledge since childhood. Even in today's antique world, he is second to none. He doesn't need to study anymore.
Second to none. Him?
This technique of pulling drill openwork carving. Without instruments, it is extremely difficult for an ordinary person to distinguish. I didn't expect this young master of the Qin family to recognize it immediately.
A genius is indeed a genius.
This, in the entire Jiangkang. No. It is rare even in the entire antique collecting world.
He is just a dilettante. Wait, no. He doesn't even count as a dilettante. He just has good acting skills. It looks like his belly is full of knowledge. But actually, it's all empty talk. What a disgrace to the family name.
Are you saying that his knowledge is all fake?
Of course. I have only studied for a mere 2 months. Yet my ability far surpasses his. If you don't believe me, feel free to call him over to test him. Mommy, why do you think Grandpa suddenly called me here?
Your grandpa loves you so much. He must have acquired some kind of treasure he wants to give you. He deliberately didn't dare to announce it, afraid that Jinx would hear about it.
Really? Grandpa, weren't you going to give me a treasure? Why did you call him too?
How did this little brat come with the old man? Something is wrong calling Ziyu and me today. Must mean there's a problem. Dad, you called Ziyu and me over today. What is it that you wanted to do?
Ziyu has read extensively since childhood and is deeply knowledgeable about antiques and cultural artifacts. Furthermore, he has frequently distinguished himself in major events. The reason I came today is simply that I randomly wanted to test him.
To test him. Dad, I don't think that's necessary. Ziyu,
If he truly possesses genuine knowledge, then what does he have to
The
fear?
film was translated
So
and
nervous,
narrated
afraid of
by
being exposed.
Media.
it's this Jinx again, I knew it. Wherever he is, nothing good ever happens.
Regarding the techniques for restoring bronze artifacts, what must be done to completely eradicate bronze disease?
Bronze disease.
Why is the old man suddenly testing him? If Ziyu is exposed, we're finished.
This is the most basic restoration method. Surely the antiques genius doesn't even know this, right?
Dad, Yuanzhou taught Ziyu before. Many methods for restoring bronze artifacts. Ziyu won't be able to recall it immediately.
Shut up. I am asking him. At last year's bronze artifact auction, you certainly stole the show. Don't tell me that now. You can't even remember the most basic method.
Of course I remember. Bronze disease means the bronze artifact is sick. If it's sick, you must.
Must what?
You must take the artifact and immerse it in a solution of sodium sesquicarbonate. For treatment, bronze disease refers to dechlorination treatment. It requires regular maintenance, lasting several months or even years, until chloride ions can no longer be detected in the solution. Only then is the restoration considered successful. Alternatively, use a laser of a specific wavelength to precisely bombard the rust spots, evaporating the harmful substances without damaging the artifact itself. This is the most fundamental knowledge. Grandpa, the threshold for this antiques genius is far too low, isn't it?
I regret that in front of the public, I bestowed upon you the title of antiques genius. Now you don't even know the most basic things. I don't know. You truly disappoint me greatly. Speak. All these years, have you been deceiving me? You. Go back and make him memorize the texts. If he can't recite them, he's not allowed to eat.
Understood, Dad.
Stop
The
crying.
film was translated
With all that fat on
and
you,
narrated by M.
you wouldn't
Media.
lose weight even if you didn't eat for a month.
I originally thought my Chin family had produced an unparalleled genius, but who knew he was just an idiot? I, Chin Gushan, have been shrewd my entire life, yet I never expected that, in the end, I would be deceived by my own son and grandson for so long.
Since I've discovered it now, it's not too late. Don't you still have my mother? This daughter?
That's right. Fortunately, I still have you now. And my daughter. These two promising talents. The ancestors must truly be blessing us.
What about ancestors must truly be blessing us? I'm the one who made this happen, aren't I? I have worried myself sick for this family.
Come,
And
everyone take a
narrated
look.
by M. Media.
The titan of the antique world is taking on disciples. Master Duanmu, after many years, is taking on disciples again. Take a good look. This is a rare opportunity.
Antique shop. Duan Mu, a master of the antique world.
Hello. The flyer says, you are recruiting disciples for antique restoration. What do you think? Can I become your disciple?
You look stupid. I won't take you.
Master Duanmu, I really want to learn. Please reconsider.
Go away, go away. Don't delay my business. Master Duanmu, please take a good look.
A fraud, a seller of fake antiques.
This is a good item. Western Zhou period goods. Just unearthed. Absolutely top-notch merchandise.
The color of this jade buy is wrong. The patina is rough and dull. Clearly, it's a new item made to look old.
Excellent luster. No impurities. It truly is a good item. How about this number for a fixed price? 5 million. You think it's expensive? If you think it's expensive, I'll find someone else. Don't leave. I didn't say I wouldn't buy it. Fine. 5 million then. 5 million.
This jade is fake. You cannot buy it.
What the hell are you? How dare you question me, Master Duanmu's judgment? Let me tell you, I, Duanmu, have dominated the collecting world for 20 years. I have never been mistaken. Scram, 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 don't interrupt my business.
Sir, look, the luster of this jade is problematic. He even said,
What? And also, I say, boss, if you think it's too expensive, just say so directly. Why bother finding someone to put on an act with me here? I'm not selling this item. Wait.
We haven't finished talking clearly. Why are you running away?
Where did this kid come from? Get out. Who is this little brat? Why is his body so hot?
This jade was faked using the wax immersion method, making its luster and texture look no different from artifacts of the Western Zhou period. However, if you burn it with fire, the wax inside will drip out.
You're talking nonsense. My jade is genuine.
Feel free to test it. If any damage occurs, I will certainly bear the responsibility.
Wax is really dripping down. Fine. You actually dared to deceive me,
The
Duanmu.
film was
I'm calling the
translated
police right now
and
and
narrated
having
by
you
M.
arrested.
Media.
Don't run. It was my lack of discernment. I misunderstood. Today. Thanks to the two of you. Otherwise, I would have suffered a huge loss today. Girl. Didn't you want to learn the technique of antique restoration? How about this? I will teach you for free.
really?
That's truly wonderful.
However, this skill is traditionally passed down only to males, not females. Taking a female apprentice is already an exception. When I start teaching later, I must ask this young master to wait outside the door for a moment.
No problem, no problem.
Zhao Yan, go wait for me outside. I'll come out and find you shortly.
Okay. My son May.
I've long heard that this child is extraordinary. Seeing him today, he indeed possesses special abilities when teaching Qin Shang. I absolutely cannot let her find any flaws.
Why are you, this jinx, here? Is it because the luminous glazed cup couldn't be fixed, and your mother kicked you out? You haven't eaten for so many days, and you still have the strength to talk? You little fatty, the flesh on your body is quite durable. Don't call me fat. I'm going to say it, fatty, fatty, fatty.
Young master, did you forget? We have serious business to attend to today.
Did you see them? These two people? I specifically invited them from the capital, paying a high price. This one specializes in restoring metal, stone, and jade artifacts. A swift movement of the hand is enough to restore them to their original state. This one specializes in restoring musical instruments and calligraphy. Even precision instruments cannot detect the traces of restoration. The two of them are top experts in the capital for restoring the luminous glazed cup. My dad is guaranteed to win. Last time he lost to Chinyan, Dad gave him a thorough scolding. This time, if Dad finds out I found for him two such formidable experts, he will definitely praise me. Chinyan, what makes you think you can compete with me? When the time comes, just wait. You and your mother to be kicked out of the Qin family together. Cheating. And you speak of it so righteously. You, what did you say? We also invited professional masters. It's just that my mother wins fairly and squarely, relying on self-study and self-cultivation, not outsourcing the work, unlike some people who only know how to resort to despicable tricks. Do you believe I will tell Grandpa about you hiring people for the restoration? Tell Grandpa
The
that
film
will
was
make your father
translated and
never become the
narrated
heir
by
for the rest of his
Media.
life. I'll fight you every single day. This endless surge of energy. What is going on? You wretched jinx, what did you do to me? Last time Grandpa punished you by forbidding you to eat, but you didn't lose any weight at all. It seems quite useless. It looks like my invincible wind fire wheels are more effective. Quick, make me stop. Why don't the two of you come and help?
Young master, you ran yourself tired. You should be able to stop that. We don't have a solution either. That's right. We are staunch materialists. You can only rely on yourself now.
This wretched ring is really getting in the way.
This luminous glazed cup is very difficult to restore. You must use the method I taught you. Absolutely do not use any other method.
Understood, Teacher Duanmu. Zhao Yan. Zhao Yan, are you all right?
I'm all right. I saw little fatty, which was a bit irritating, that's all.
Ziyu, how did you get into this state?
Stop being hypocritical. You, one is a jinx, and the other is a bumpkin. You should both die. What? Little fatty. Haven't run enough laps, have you?
Young master, are you alright?
Young master. How could he know Qin Ziyu's identity? You care about him so much. Are you too close?
I don't know him. I've never seen him before. It's not easy for me to run this small shop. As long as someone is standing outside my shop entrance. If something happens, I have 800 mouths here. I still wouldn't be able to explain it clearly.
Just because of this.
Zhao Yan, you must not be rude to the teacher. Teacher Duanmu, we apologize for the disturbance today. We will take our leave now. That's great. The method taught by teacher Duanmu is indeed useful. The luminous glaze cup has been repaired.
I told you so. Chinyan's mother is the best.
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
This is bad, this is bad.
What's wrong with you now?
The two places I just went to, the homes of those little villains. I found that Chinyan has already taken that luminous glaze cup and completely repaired it. Can these two people actually handle this? Why has it been so long? And they've only repaired half of it? Look. Laughing. How dare you still laugh? You too. When the old man hands the Chin Corporation over to those two villains, you'll all be in deep trouble then. Mommy, please sit first. What's the use of repairing it quickly? If it's not repaired well, isn't it still useless?
Yes, it's just that they didn't repair it well. Our repair is the good one.
What do you mean by that?
The meaning is, I want Qin Shang and Qin Yan in front of all the celebrities in Jiangkang to lose all face. At that time, the Qin Corporation. Won't it be mine for the taking?
I heard that the National Treasure Luminous Glazed Cup today is going to be unveiled as a finished product for the first time. That luminous glazed cup is a great cultural relic. Ordinary people wouldn't see it in a lifetime. Only an antique family like the Qin family would dare to undertake its restoration.
Welcome all authoritative figures to grace us with your presence and attend the Chin family's exhibition. Today's exhibits are two National Treasure level luminous glazed cups, making their first public appearance since being restored.
The film was translated and narrated
May
by
I ask who restored?
Media.
These two luminous glazed cups?
One of these pieces was restored by my daughter, Xian. And the second piece, it was restored by my son, Qin Yuanzhou.
A son and a daughter each restored. One luminous glazed cup. May I ask, Elder Chen, are you intending for these two individuals to compete?
Naturally, we are an antique family. Whichever of the two restored luminous glazed cup receives the recognition of everyone present, that person will be the next successor of our Qin family.
Elder Chen, please reveal them quickly. We are all impatient.
Both vessels are intact, without a single trace of restoration. Truly worthy of being an antique family. Both individuals were able to restore this luminous glazed cup to such exquisite perfection. But since both individuals have completed the restoration, how are we to distinguish the winner from the loser?
Didn't you tamper with bitch's glass goblet? Then why is the glass goblet she restored still so intact?
Why the rush? The real show is yet to come. It was repaired so quickly. If we teach this to Qin Shang, won't she be able to completely restore the glass goblet very quickly?
Young Master Qin, don't be anxious.
You...
Although this method repairs quickly, it can only be admired from a distance. It cannot be handled roughly. Once touched, it will immediately shatter into pieces, reverting to its original form.
Truly brilliant. As you all know, my kin family is a family of antique experts. Our antique restoration techniques have been passed down for hundreds of years and are truly masterful. Now, this glass goblet has also been perfectly restored by my elder sister and me. However, this glass goblet is inherently delicate. If we only rely on the naked eye to determine whether the restoration is complete, I fear it will be difficult to convince the public. If there is any discrepancy, wouldn't it needlessly affect the reputation of my kin family?
Then, young Master Chin,
The
what do
film
you
was
mean?
translated and narrated by Media.
This miniature appraisal instrument was obtained by me from the Research Institute. Through this instrument, even the smallest flaw will be magnified. It is used to observe whether its seams are tight and whether the grooves are smooth. It couldn't be better suited for this. This way, we can also observe the restoration of these two glass goblets and what differences there are in the craftsmanship.
Hurry and take pictures. If they can determine who the Chin family heir is, it will be tomorrow's major headline.
Such a treasure is priceless and rarely seen on the market. But son, compared to the position of heir, I'm more concerned about the integrity of this kind of national treasure.
I didn't expect young Master Qin's perspective to be so grand.
What trick is this Chinyan trying to pull now?
Please rest assured, I have checked it carefully. There are absolutely no flaws.
Dad, what do you think of this proposal?
Exactly. Although our Qin family's techniques have been passed down for 100 years, when dealing with a national-level treasure like this, I believe it is better to be cautious. Then, I will now use this instrument to thoroughly inspect these two glass goblets. The first piece was restored by my son, Chinyan.
This item is a pair of Warring States period glass goblets. There are no repair marks.
The color filling is perfect. The joints are smooth. There are no cracks. Yuanzhou, you did well.
Thank you, Dad.
The second piece was restored by my daughter, Chinyan. The glass goblet actually shattered. This is a first-class cultural relic.
Not only was it not repaired properly,
The film was
and it's actually
translated
shattered to this
and
extent.
narrated by Media.
The Qin family is going to be in huge trouble now.
Elder Chin, didn't you say that the two of them possess superb restoration skills? Excuse me, what about this glass lamp? What happened? Elder Chin, please answer this question directly.
Impossible. How could this happen? I clearly fixed it.
Stop pretending. If you can't fix it, you can't fix it. Who are you trying to show that innocent look to?
I'm telling you, eldest sister. Back then, when Dad brought you back from the pigsty, he already told you to study more and read more. How is it that several years have passed, yet you are still so unpresentable?
What? The Chin family's eldest daughter was actually found and brought back from a pigsty? Not only was she found in a pigsty, she barely knows how to read. What she is best at is feeding pigs and feeding chickens. Do you really take us for fools? Did you think you could just casually deceive us by covering it up with glue?
Chinyan, what exactly is going on?
Dad,
Eldest sister, restoring cultural relics is a very profound skill. It's not something you can learn just by finding a random master on the street. Damaging a first-class cultural relic, TSTS. That is a serious crime.
I understand now. So Master Duanmu was someone you deliberately brought here.
What Master Duanmu? Why have I never heard of him? Eldest sister, you cannot just randomly accuse people just because you made a mistake.
Chinyan Zhou, I always treated you as my younger brother, yet you harmed me like this.
Enough.
Dad, listen to my explanation.
No need to explain. You have disappointed me greatly.
Miss Chen, may I ask what you have to say regarding the forgery involved in today's artifact restoration? Is the matter about you being found in a pigsty true as the heir of an antique family? Don't you feel ashamed?
What heir? If the Qin family falls into the hands of someone like this, I fear it won't take 2 years before they are kicked out of the antique world. You know, Elder Qin is also to blame. He has a highly educated son, but doesn't use him, yet insists on playing this game of competitive heir selection. Now look what happened. You've been thoroughly disgraced, haven't you? I told you long ago. Women have long hair but short inside. It seems even a prominent family like the Qin family cannot escape vulgarity.
Qin Shang, oh Qin Shang. The one thing you absolutely should not have done was compete with me for the Qin family. Now, being scorned by thousands.
Master, since things have come to this, aren't you going to announce the Chen family's next heir? Yes, Dad. You just said in front of so many people, whoever can take this luminous glazed cup and restore it perfectly will be the next heir.
But this luminous glazed cup is already shattered like this. No one but my father can fix it.
That's right, Elder Qin. Damaging a national first-class cultural relic is a serious crime. Please quickly have young Master Qin repair this luminous glazed cup. Now, this luminous glazed cup can only be repaired by young Master Qin. If we delay any further, the entire Qin family will suffer the consequences. Let young Master Qin inherit the Qin Corporation.
Let young Master Chen inherit the Qin Corporation.
Dad, aren't you going to announce the heir yet? Every second we delay, the risk of the whole family going to prison increases by a fraction.
You dare threaten me?
Matters between father and son. How can you call that a threat? This is a Qin family asset. Inheritance contract. And the heir is only myself. If you sign it, then naturally everyone will be happy. But if you don't sign,
The film was
then the entire Qin family will be ruined together.
Inheritance contract.
Fine, I'll sign. I'll sign.
Who says my mommy lost? My mommy didn't lose.
You little brat, do you know what kind of occasion this is? Is it your turn, Amir? Child, to interrupt? If you know what's good for you, get lost immediately. Once Yuanzhou takes office, he might still grant you mother and son a meal. Otherwise, don't blame us for being impolite.
We're not the ones who should get lost. It's you.
You really won't shed a tear until you see the coffin. How can you be so stubborn? When disaster is imminent, now the Qin family has suffered greatly because of Qin Shang. That woman. I am here to save you all.
What are you trying to do?
Still putting on an act of deep mother-son affection at a time like this? I'm telling you, if you want to die, die by yourselves. Don't drag us down with you.
How can you be so certain that my mommy hasn't fixed the luminous glazed cup? This is the luminous glazed cup that my mommy fixed.
The color and quality certainly look much clearer than the one on the stage. Maybe this is the real one.
No way. This must be fake. Knowing Qin Shang couldn't fix the luminous glazed cup, you deliberately brought a fake one to help her escape guilt.
That's because I knew long ago that you, Qin Yuanzhou, would try to cause trouble again. That's why I hid the real one. The one on the stage is fake.
That's great. The method taught by teacher Duan really worked. The luminous glazed cup is fixed.
I told you, Chinyan's mommy is the best. What is she doing here? It seems things aren't that simple.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible. It is fundamentally impossible for Qin Shang to learn how to repair the luminous glazed cup. What Duanmu taught you was merely putting the luminous glazed cup temporarily back together. It will shatter into pieces upon touch.
There must be many restoration experts present here today. Everyone is welcome to step forward and inspect it themselves.
This is indeed genuine. The luminous glazed cup. That's right. The pattern and color saturation confirm it is authentic.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible.
If you still don't believe it, then you can use your own treasure appraisal instrument. You surely won't worry that I tampered with this, right?
This item is a Warring States period luminous glazed cup. There are no traces of repair.
The one forcing Grandpa to sign and deliberately damaging cultural relics is the one who should go to jail.
How could this happen? It was you conspiring with that. Jinx to frame me. Isn't that right?
You brought this upon yourself. You can't blame anyone else. Dad. Zhao Yan said there was something suspicious about this matter, so we hid the real luminous glazed cup beforehand. We did this precisely to see what Chinyan Zhou was ultimately trying to do. He is actually so deranged, directly forcing you to abdicate.
These matters are finally over. Good child. As the heir of the Qin family, you are truly worthy of it. I announce that the next successor of my Qin family will be my eldest daughter, Qin Xian.
I'll kill you.
You are now arrested for the crime of malicious damage to national cultural relics, and will be arrested.
Qin Yan, you jinx. Qin Shang, you person. I refuse.
Zhao Yan, we owe you a lot today. Zhao Yan.
Ziyan. Doctor, what exactly is my grandson's illness?
The cause cannot be determined. Currently, the diagnosis is a coma caused by the rapid decline of bodily functions. He is too weak now.
Decline in bodily functions. Too weak.
It's all because of this wretched realm. Otherwise, if I snap my fingers, the luminous glazed cup would be repaired instantly. But now, my magic can only maintain the luminous glazed cup's complete form for 1/4 of an hour. Using magic for too long gives me a headache.
So the luminous glazed cup could remain intact all this time. It turns out it was him and his magic supporting it continuously.
The film was translated and narrated
Zhao
by
Yan.
Media.
Mommy doesn't want anything anymore. Mommy just wants you to wake up.
It's all my fault. My dear grandson, if only you can wake up. Whatever you want. Grandpa will promise it to you.
This is Heavenly Venerable. I'm back again. I can't be here. Old man, quickly let me down. I still need to go find my mother.
You have completed your tribulation. The seal is lifted. No need to descend to the mortal realm again.
I don't care whether you lift it or not. I already said I want to go find my mother.
Why must you descend to the mortal realm?
Yana.
Mother,